right, how's everybody doing here? 11:45, 11:45, little halftime strat time. What do we got? We got hour and 15 minutes till 1 o'clock till we get our buddy Powell talking and see what he says. Futures have been steadily down here, but just not much gusto with it here. Zero with take a look at the futures to start with here with the SPY. So 2-2 down, 3-2 down on the day. All right, so you got the 3-2 day downer, and you're 2-2 down on the 2 hour. All right. And as we get closer here, we're about 15 minutes before we get to the top of the hour. That'll bring us to 12. That'll bring us an hour away. All right. So SPY's been sitting heavy here, but when you look at the big picture here, it's down $1.82, and it's 0.27%, so 0.2%. Not much to talk about, and volume very low as well. All right, so sitting there, kind of heavy, but they're not really. There's no gusto. All right, so down $3.55 on the Qs, down 0.6, with the 2-2 down on the day again, and shooter down on the week. All right, which that low is getting us down to 587.53, so we're trading just above there right now. All right, and I'm watching these 60s as we continue to come to the downside with the Qs. All right, the diamonds have been stronger today. Okay, they starting to give up a bit here when the 2 hour came in. It had a really nice move here to the upside, pretty decent. Got all the way back up to 462.12, and then they crept back in. All right, so there's your daily. It's kind of like shooterish coming down right now, but I'm not going to call that right now. So that's a 2-2 upper on the day, and as you see, this 60 now starting to come a little under pressure as we start to get a little bit closer. So we'll see. As the time narrows, as we get closer, we'll have a better picture of a possible better picture of what's going to happen here, even if it's 25 bips or anything like that. I don't think it's going to rattle the trees that much. All right. So diamonds coming back down here after a nice 2 hour to start the day. All right. So we'll see that. We're going to go through a couple of names here. Uber, good day yesterday. Got up to almost $100. Got to 99.70, folks. 99.70, and 2 back down today. So little hangover here for Uber after the nice move, making them highs. All right, so right back down today, and right now you got the 2-2 trying to fight back in here a little bit on the 2 hour, but today's day, that just absolutely destroyed our week. All right, so now we are shooter down on week. We're a little heavy there as well. Month is still doing okay, but it's stuck in the middle with you. All right, so you know how that one goes. All right, so Uber, back down, 2-2 back down after a really nice day yesterday. And then today you get Lyft. Today you get the Lyft. All right, Lyft's having a great day here. Up 13.1% here on your Lyft, 22.85. Look at the expansion on the month now. This has made a nice move, and the reason why it's starting to stall out here is because it sees this, right? This is going to have to get through all that business, and that's a 32.43, folks. This was a big move to the downside on the year. All right, this was a 31222. I'm going back too far here, but I'm looking from right here. All right, so we got the 332 back up here on the monthly right now on Lyft. So Lyft has been moving good, but when we go back here, this is when we're looking at this bar. We got really no magnitudes. I got 28.39, the best I can get you. All right, so we'll see if Lyft. This is a nice move. See if Lyft can hold. the gains that it just got here today and the last couple of days. We'll see if that thing can continue to hold up there. All right. IBM's been a real stud today. Took that day up, and it's coming back in. I see it. All right, come in as we're getting closer now. We're 2-3 here, coming back down right now on your IBM. So it was the 3-2-2 that got you up there, and now kind of trying to triangle out some of it back out. So we've taken out this whole bar, and now you're going to go. Now if you want to go any lower here, you're going to start taking on these guys. All right, so IBM pretty strong, still holding up on the week, still holding up on the month, pretty good. All right, so no fret there at this point. IBM's doing pretty well. Boeing is really kind of crapped the bed pretty good here on the month now. So we got all the way back up to 238.12 on the month for the high of the month, and they've really kind of chopped it up a little bit. It has been rallying back here as late. As you see here, this has been a plethora of red days coming back down. Sellers have been in control for the last 2.5 weeks. All right, but here we got buyers in the week now. We got buyers in the day here now, and we're stuck inside on a 2-hour. So maybe she starts to firm up from here. She did get all the way back down to 213.57. All right, so Boeing trying to get a little bit better here. We'll see what transpires with this guy. All right, so Boeing under pressure still, seeing if that thing can turn around and get it going there. China stocks, we looked at them this morning. They gapped up. They're holding up. BABA is holding up real nice here, up $4.33. Now stalled out here when it made the high and came back inside. So here's where we're at right now. So I wouldn't ask too much of it right here. I'm either waiting for this thing to start to break back down where you can get an opportunity. So got up there at that 167.32. If you sold them up there, you're a champ. All right. So that's BABA and then Baidu. Baidu. All right. There's Baidu. Look at this one with the monthly get. All right. Going for the pivot machine gun to take out everything there at 157.54. You see where I'm seeing that? Right there. Bam. All right. So we'll see if that's going to get continuation to the upside here. You're actually going to be going to a war with these guys right here now, so we'll see what happens there. And what do we got? 2-1 inside on the 4-hour. So we do have a nice actionable signal in there. We'll see what comes out of that. All right. So is that 8? We won't get that. We'll get that flip in 37 minutes. 37 minutes. We'll get that flip. All right. Coming up on noon as we speak here. All right. What else? This one here that I got. We had this one on our gapper list this morning. Square Feet, SQFT. This is a banking stock. This is a nice gapper up. Now it did get stuck in the middle here, so I don't see anything being able to do on this thing right now. All right, a nice move to the upside at $10.49. But this being here is going to be difficult. You're going to have to wait until how this thing battles until somebody wins and they start to go one way or another. The shooter is coming down on the 2-hour though, so that might be telling us a little bit of something. But not much talking there. Nice move on this one this morning on the square foot. All right. Oracle is setting up something that's just nice. Like I said, don't touch Oracle when we came this first day out, and now it's 2-2 back down. So we're just trying to get some magnitudes here right now. 292 would break it down. That's $7 from where it is right now. All right, probably going to be difficult to get that. But this is what we got. Looking for that triangle out, broadening formation back to 291.61, and then we'll get some price action there. We'll see if things that he wants to start moving from there. All right, but this is a nice pullback, decent pullback from 345. And Oracle's just was a beast with those earnings. It was crazy. All right. Nvidia is under pressure because they can't sell chips to Chiners, and down to the lows she goes today. 169.32 if you want to give up the whole day right now. So it's trading about 40 cents higher from there. All right. So Nvidia with the inside, you got the actionable signal inside with whatever 2 days and about 2.5 hours left, and then we'll see what happens with Nvidia. All right, Nvidia. Some of the regional banks are they ran all the big banks, so now they're coming back for the regional banks. So you're seeing some of these getting picked up. I'm not going to really go through any of these. You can watch this KRE. Kind of gives you the idea of what's cooking here. All right, so stuck in the middle of the month, which means you're stalled out and it's indecision. So nothing really to do there. Trying to hammer back up on the weekly though. All right, so you got a red hammer, which is a hangman, but we'll see what happens there. You got the shooter down inside. All right, so regional banks. These are your regional banks. All right, so some of the ones that have been left behind, as we know that all the banks are up near highs for sure. All right, Cat Tractors has been having a great day on the industrials. Just moving along here, up $6.76. It did get up to 450.70. It kind of peeled off here now on this 2 hour. So this 2 hour and this 60 are coming inside right now. It's obviously identical, but we'll see what comes in here. This is not actionable. It is a 2. So see what Cat Tractor. It's very, very strong. Having it's had a good run too. All right, so Cat's been pretty strong today on your industrials. And the industrials, for the most part, are all better, but they're not screaming, all right? Out of the 30, I only saw about 6 or 7 that were negative. So everybody's better, but they're just not running away. And healthcare is still troublesome, and that's just the way it is. So while we're on that, we'll look at XLI. There is your industrials right there, still sitting. Can't get back up to the highs because it's stuck in this 1-1 pattern on the monthly. So again, these might be the ones that are waiting for a rate cut. And is 25 bips going to be enough? Probably not. But who knows? All right, but watch those industrials there. Just keep an eye on those, that group especially, and then keep an eye on those banks. All right, so Walmart's having a good day here. How about Walmart today? Up $2.26, up 2.19%, got back up to 106.11. Just a nice turnaround for Walmart coming back after eating all those tariffs and everything else. She's backing off right now with the shooter coming back down. You definitely want to be buying this one into weakness. And when I say that, I'm talking down in here somewhere, guys, where I'm pointing to right down there. All right, so Walmart, much better day today. TJ Maxx is not having a good day. Nike, it's just, I just don't know if Nike is ever going to come back. Every rally gets squelched. Back inside on the day again. Look at this. Back to the lows. Nike cannot get off its butt. All right, so not good. Not good for Nike. Just can't get it going. And while we're there, I got to look at my Disney shooter back down on the day now. Be patient with Disney. She made that move to hit that 119. As soon as they hit that 119 number, they turned around and they ran back. They tried to rally it back up again, and they squelched it. And here we are, probably going back into the 114 handle before, maybe even before this day's out. This thing's just kind of heavy right now. All right, so be slow on this Disney, man. Disney's, and anything that got triggered down a month, like you look at Boeing and stuff like that, they're going to come back, but it's just like you don't want to get in too early. You'll get triangled out. You'll get frustrated. We try to avoid that. It's like try to get in that sweet spot where maybe we only get triangled out once or twice as opposed to 6 times, because then you might get forced out into selling it, and then you're going to be PO'd when it goes back up, and you're going to be wondering what happened. All right, so don't do that. RBLX Roblox down $5 today. All right, it's trimmed already, but 2 hours, $2 back, trying to come back up here. I don't know what the news was on Roblox today, but this thing took a hit. All right, so getting better here, coming back inside. We'll see what happens there. Look at barely did anything to the month. If it did any damage at all, it did some damage to the week because it turned it red, and it looks like a shooter now. All right, so Roblox, I would give a little patience with that one too. We'll see about that one. EA Sports is another one I'm throwing in there. Chop. All right, as you see, went up and made that high yesterday, and then shooter back down. So I'd say that's going to be tough to get back up to that number again. I look for this triangle up, maybe back down into this side in here. 167, 168 be a good spot if you can get it. We'll see if it can even break that low. Getting back through that, that 169 number, 168, somewhere in there. I think that might be a spot for somewhere in there. All right, Electronic Arts. A couple others here. I'll get done here. Workday. Workday was the gapper upper. All right, got all the way up to $240.54. Shooter coming back down here. It's just a doji to me. That's all I see. But coming back down here has been red. Big out. So with that move this morning, created the outside now on the weekly. Okay, and the month is 2 up already. All right, but it's taking a little hit. With the bounce up now, with the making that higher high, now you're going to have to deal with this 3, which is going to come back inside. It's going to slow things down. All right, so be patient with Workday as well. A little guy here, BBAI on the move, man. This thing's BBAI hit 6 yesterday, got higher today, got up to 607. It's backed off a little bit. This thing's holding up pretty nice, man. 3-2 up on the week. Looking for more from the way I see it. 618 would be the next magnitude if you're getting after it. And then on the monthly, you're looking for 750. I don't see you getting 750 anytime soon. But above 6 needs to stay above 6. I think if it drops back below $6, I'd be a little sketchy. I'd watch my stops on that one. All right, on BBAI. Tesla made a move, made a new high today. Well, didn't make a new high, but just made a high for the week. It's fighting back up right now, man. The 420.56 is it's inside right now on the 3-1. All right, and that's on a 30-minute. If I show you, I'll show you right there. There's your 30-minute with your 3-1. So that's cooking kind of nice. See if anything goes there. Trying to get back up to those highs at 425.70. We'll see about that. All right, Tesla, that's there. That's the numbers you're looking at. QQQ's heavy all day here. I'm going to still say it again. Here we are. We came up off of that 2 hour. Look at that. All right, so when I first started talking, these things were pinned down. So they have come back a little bit. Here's that move right there. All right, so got some buyers picking down here on the Qs. And you got the SPY probably the same, looking the same way. Some of these buyers, there you go. So lifting off the lows here, getting a look. Some buyers are starting to show up here on the 30-minute and the 15, but that ain't going to be enough to get any big movement. All right, but you're getting a little bit of relief here right now on the futures coming back up a little bit, and diamonds are going for like trying to cut back into the middle of the day, which is not that great because they were really, really good this morning. They came out ripping. All right, that's about it, man. I got XLP, Staples. Nice day up here today. Kind of been giving it back in here now as we get closer here. 55 minutes now. So XLP 2 back down triggers this 2 inside on the 60. The week is still kind of holding up, as from what I see. The month is okay. It's hammered up and it's red. That group is really crap. I mean, a Coca-Cola. Coming off the bottom of the broadening formation down here at Coke, it got, we'll see, I don't know, it's a little bit better today, starting to get better. So you got a hammer up now on the week. I would say that if it finishes strong with a nice week and you get a nice hammer there, and you don't get too crazy stuff with this Fed business, that might be a 2-2 back up on Coca-Cola. It's been down and out, and it's stuck right in the middle of the year. So how do you do to that, right? So Coca-Cola just not getting it done. XLE Energy, I'd like to say that energy's great. Yeah, it's going higher, but I don't know. It's got up, XLE got up to 90.40 today. It does have the most. The thing I like about it the most is it's got the 2-2 up on the week, and it's got a nice actionable 3-1 cooking right here, right now. And that flip's going to come at 12:30. Keep an eye on that one. That could maybe trigger something to get something moving on energy, but energy's been crap. Healthcare's been really horrible. XLV is a little bit better today. Took day up and then went shying back into its hole. So 1 on the week, and it's red. Shooter down on the month, still staying down. All right, so there's not much to really talk about on healthcare. Communications have been pretty good. All right, Oklahoma's been bouncing around all over the place. SMR's at least a little bit more unruly, a little less ruly. All right, so that VIX is up today on the week. How about that? 2-2 up on the week on the VIX. Take a look at that thing, all right? The bears standing up, looking down on us, saying, what's going on down there? All right, so we will see what happens at 1 o'clock. I might report something to you at the end of the day about that. All right, so everybody just be careful and be good. Be good.